Now we are talking about our Java. I can explain the Java feature also. So next feature is high performance. Java give high performance to for compilation and runtime also. Due to due to I can read it. So with the use of just-in-time compiler, Java enable high performance. That means just-in-time compiler means when you write a single line, it can compile it so that the compilation time is low and the performance is high, because in another some program language, when you run it, the total program run in at a single time, but in this Java we can run it line by line. When you write a single line program, then Java automatically compile it so that it can give high performance. Second is distributed. Here you can see that Java is distributed. That means I can read it. Java is designed for the distribution environment of internet, because internet is developed by the I think US army, and after that it can spread over that and over, and nowadays internet is available in all over the world. So for work in such a vast internet, such a vast network, we use Java. So it is a distributed, it is Java is used for vast and distributed network like internet. So Java is distributed. Next is dynamic. Dynamic is I can read it. It is more dynamic than C and C++. And next is it is made to adapt an evaluating environment. It can carry extensive amount of runtime information. And next point is that can verify and resolve the object in runtime. That means dynamic. Some language are divided into two types, that is static language and dynamic language. Dynamic is much better than the static language, and here you can see that by using C and C++, which C++ is object oriented and Java is also object oriented, and you can see that now as compared to C and C++ programming, Java is more better than and more dynamic. Next is it is adaptive and evaluation environment. Evaluated environment, it can evaluate one by one, and it give the output as it as given below. So for that it is evaluating environment. It can evaluate all the object, because it is object oriented programming language. So for that Java is due to Java object oriented programming language, it evaluate all the object. It can carry extensive amount of runtime information. Runtime information means one information is used for compiling time, and for executing in the real world we can use runtime environment, so that when the programming run in a real world, what the output can be gain, what the output can be performed, so that it can contain extensive amount of runtime information. And third point is that can verify resolve the object in runtime. The runtime object can be verified properly, and the runtime error are shut down properly, and the data which is run in a real time can be verify, and the problem and the error which are occur in the real time can be resolved, so that it can consider as a dynamic language.